We use float pans on all of our slabs, and while I was panning this slab, I got to thinking about it, so I'm going to tell you how to pan a foundation. You can see back there he's using an MBW 48-inch trowel machine with a pan, and I'm using a 40-inch 5-blade bore and super trowel. Most people think that it's very hard to pan because of the friction created by the trowel machine. Well, it is hard, but it's all about timing. You can see I can walk on here and I can hardly sink. However, if I move my boot, if I scrape with my boot, you can see that I bring up some cream. If it's a bigger foundation, you want to get on it a little bit sooner than that. Now, going left to right is usually when you have the most trouble, and I find that angling myself almost headed towards the direction that I'm going makes it a lot easier, because I can simply push down and the machine tends to follow the path a lot easier. Now notice I'm not spinning the pan too fast. I'm just letting it do its thing. Alright. And of course, going to the left, the trowel machine kind of walks on its own. So going to the left is the easy part. Speed it up a little more. Now the bore and super trowel has a CVT clutch, which allows it to have a lot more torque than centrifugal clutch. The other trowel machine that we have back there, it also has a CVT clutch on it. So if you have a CVT clutch on your trowel machine, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to do this, because you're going to be able to control the speed a lot better. You're going to be able to go a lot slower and with a lot more torque. Alright, is it here? And like I said, on the way back, it pretty much goes on its own. Alright, so that's how you pan the slab. If you guys notice, I gave it 2 passes, one perpendicular to the other. Now, I'm done panning. I'm only going to give it 2 passes. You can see back there, he's giving it a few more passes. Here, I'm only going to do 2 passes. Then I'm going to pull the pan off. And then I'm going to use combination blades from now on. This is going to be a broom finish surface. That one's going to be slicked off. The sun's already out. It's getting pretty hot, so I'm only going to pan it twice because I don't want it to get away from me. So now let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes or however long you need, depending on temperature, and then come back with your combo blades. Do not come back and immediately try to pitch those blades. Get those blades as flat as possible and give it a pass over the whole thing, and then of course then just keep pitching the blades up as needed. Alright, so we pulled the pan off of this trowel machine. As you can tell, they're pulling it off of that machine. So the last pass I gave with the pan was up and down. So I'm going to start with my combo blades side to side. You always want to go perpendicular to the previous pass. Again, I'm just going to pitch my blades up slightly just so they don't drag. And that's it, no more. pretty dry over here, so I'm gonna have to pitch them up more than that. So when I come over here where it's a little wet, I'm gonna flatten those blades. Just pitch them up a little bit. Just let the trowel machine do its thing. Alright, so this half is wet because we had shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that other section first. I'm going to slow her down because this is wet on this side. That corner right there is pretty dry. I'm going to pitch the blades up a little more, slow her down. There you go. Notice how flat the trowel machine runs. When you pan your slabs, they run really, really flat. Now, the way you run a trowel machine, if you've never ran one, is when you're going that way, if you want to go left to right, you push down on the handlebar. If you want to go right to left, you simply lift up. The machine's going to tend to want to go left on its own anyway, just because of the rotation of the blades. But that's pretty much the gist of it. That's how you move the trowel around. And of course, the rest of it, it's all about experience. See, like here, it doesn't seem like it, but I'm putting just very slight pressure on the handlebars down. And of course, if you let go, the handlebar would go that way. So that's why I always dig this handlebar in on my side so that it can't get away from me. Because a lot of times you'll hit a soft spot and it'll grab and it's gonna want to get away from you. So always dig it in. Now, if you notice, I don't trowel straight at 90 degrees to the trowel machine. I trowel. My body's about 45-degree angle for that same purpose. I want this handlebar to dig into my leg if it tries to get away from me. Of course, you know, there's nothing now. I can do it with one left hand, right? So it's not that hard. However, once you start pitching your blades up, it puts a lot more friction on the blades. Especially with a pan. The pan puts a lot of friction on the trowel machine. That's why you need to know how to run it or it can get away from you. So like I said, just do your figure eights. Come in and then go in and back out. Alright. So here, I'm going to get out of the way and I'm going to do the edge. I can't get super close to the edge with this trowel machine because they're not meant for that. I need to get me an edger. I need to get me an edging machine. So the edgers, you can get really close to the edges. And they're typically pretty small. They're about a 24-inch trowel machine. And if you can see, he's doing the edges by hand. Alright, so I'm done with that side. So I'm going to start pitching the blades up because this one is a lot harder already. So what I'm going to do, this one's ready to be broomed. So I'm going to get them to, the problem is this corner is ready to be broomed, but not the rest of it. So I'm going to let it sit for a little while and then we're going to come back and broom it. I'm going to go ahead and cross it right now just to lay down the cream. Again, I'm taking it slow. I'm going to speed it up a bit. Now, remember, this is a boring super trowel, and this one has 5 blades. So You get a full one more blade every rotation. You can see it's laying down the cream real nice now. Alright, so this one's ready to be broomed.